You just give a second for the room to populate. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the day two of the Sidoti conference. My name is Ashisha, and I'm an analyst here at Sidoti. With me today, I have Electra AI. It trades under the ticker IHRO. I'm happy to welcome Fabrizio Martini, the co-founder and CEO of the company. We have about 30 minutes today, include for the presentation. With that, Fabrizio, I will let you take over.
Great, thank you very much, and thank you everybody for joining us today. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Electra Ai, an AI brain for batteries. You can find more information on electrabrain.ai, and let's jump right in. Brief disclaimer, the information I'm gonna share today are for informational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Please make your own research. But let's dive in. I'm very excited today to bring you up to speed on Electra Ai mission that since day one has been to make every battery out there smarter, safer, longer lasting. Electra Ai has developed an AI intelligence layer that can turn every battery from dumb to smart. Our software stack can be deployed into any verticals, whether there is a battery. For example, in electric propulsion, electric and hybrid vehicles, humanoid robots, and drones, whether it's military or for recreational purposes. But also energy infrastructure, very key theme nowadays, because we need more and more energy. And with that, we need more energy storage system, or BESS. As well as data centers. If you think about data center, we have trillions of dollars invested into data centers, which it's very critical to have batteries to back up power those data centers, and the great NVIDIA GB200 and 300. You want to guarantee constant power, as well as for frequency regulation to the grid. And last but not least, aerospace system. If you think about CubeSats, small sats, orbital infrastructure, they all need batteries. So we are living in an electrification world. We need more and more energy, and with that, more and more batteries. Electra Ai has developed an AI layer that makes each of these batteries smarter, safer, and longer lasting. My name is Fabrizio Martini. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Electra Ai. I'm very excited to be here. I'm originally from Italy, moved to the United States about 20 years ago, where when I started to work for the USA government. I worked for the Department of Energy, Department of Defense, and then I worked for NASA as a principal investigator for 2 NASA projects for the exploration of Venus. With that, we understood how a software layer on top of any batteries was improving battery performance, reliability, and safety. So we initiated Electra about 10 years ago. And with the help of 26 visionaries, including Nick Chakalos, our president and CFO, we are bringing this technology and product to market, and very excited to do so. A couple of months ago, we also met with Jose and Bill from Iron Horse 2, and we decided to merge because our mission, vision, and long-term strategy was aligned. We both teams agreed that we need more and more energy storage, and we need to make this energy storage safer, more reliable, and longer lasting. Electra Ai has been backed by fantastic investors. Some of them are United Venture, Stellantis, Ferrari Family Investment, BlackBerry, Lifty, Club degli Investitori, Prithvi Ventures, and others. We also been recognized by NASA as a spin-off, thanks to their tech transfer startup program, which we are very proud of. And last year, we also been selected by NVIDIA Inception Program as the only made in USA AI battery management system software solution. Very excited about this partnership with NVIDIA. Electra Ai has 9 patent families and 20 patents between issues and pending, as well as we manage about 1 gigawatt hour of batteries. The expected contribution margin are healthy, 70% plus, and our pipeline is fantastic. It's 5.3 terawatt hour in the 4 sector I just mentioned to you. Very exciting opportunity. We are very thankful for some of our larger customers, including Bosch, Hyundai Mobis, SES, and Hexagon Purus, and many others. As well, thankful to the technical partners. We started to work with the Amazon Web Services, AWS, since inception, so we're very grateful for them. We also work with a couple of hardware manufacturers that we can install our software stack on top of their hardware, including NXP and Texas Instruments. Operators, fleet operators like Goodyear, and engineering services and solutions like MATLAB. So very excited about all our partnership and investors. When you look at Electra, some of the main highlights are, first of all, the origin. We came from a very novel and advanced NASA project, and congratulations to the NASA team for the latest trip around the moon. Very excellent achievement. We have been backed by 20 patents between issues and pending, which is very important. That covers all of our algorithm, our neural network, our ingestion of data, handling the data, and so on. We also wrote the code for all batteries. So investors don't need to bet on a specific battery chemistries, but our solution works on lithium-ion LFP, NMC, NCA, as well as ultracapacitor, hybrid capacitor, lithium metal, solid state, long duration batteries, sodium ion, and so on. So we wrote the code hardware agnostic and chemistry agnostic. This was extremely helpful because we can deploy this product, this AI layer on top of a battery on any batteries in any application with any hardware. So very scalable. We also have proven operational and financial ROI with our clients, as just mentioned. We showcase a higher return of investment on their batteries because we help them to reduce the initial capex of batteries. So we can reduce 10, 15, potentially 20% of the initial battery installation, maintaining the same energy and power profiles, as well as squeezing more energy out of the batteries and making it last a couple of years longer. So overall, you increase the efficiency of batteries, which is fantastic. We also have a very strong pipeline, which we are very excited about, 5.3 terawatt hour. This shows you how energy storage are here to stay, and they're here to grow very fast. And last but not least, Electra has been focusing on mobility and stationary storage. And now we are opening up, you probably have seen our announcement yesterday on with a space company to improve their satellites thanks to our brain for batteries. But we are expanding to data center, humanoid robots, drones, aerospace application. Again, everywhere there is a battery, you need a brain. And that's what we are bringing to market. But let's review our business side. So we are living in an electrification world. Unfortunately, we have seen conflicts around the earth for energy. And with that, we are seeing more and more batteries deployed because energy is already scarce. So you want to store the energy somewhere, and that somewhere are batteries or energy storage system. But this system, they still have fires, thermal runaways, shut down, and this increase the cost of about 30% from those failures, as well as potential fatalities which nobody wants. When we look at the lifetime or lifespan of the battery, we still see batteries that don't last as expected. We lose 3, 4, 5 years of expectancy of lifetime. And last but not least, we have seen that the batteries are underutilized. In order to make them lasting longer and avoid any catastrophic failure, companies tend to relax a little bit the usage of their batteries to make sure that they hit the warranty period and so on. And this usually is about 15% of energy loss. As you can see from many news, we had the fires in Moss Landing, California, which I actually stopped by there to take a couple of pictures and see the environment myself. Daejeon, South Korea, Arizona, USA, Essex, United Kingdom. Although these are sporadic, but they still happen. We have a brain that can solve this and that can avoid this. So our solution is an AI-driven battery intelligence platform that we've been developing for the last 10 years, and we're bringing now to market. Which are the key benefits? It's an adaptive learning, so it's a self-learning model that improves by being deployed in the real life. How? Because we are able to leverage a very advanced battery model and machine learning so we can understand how the batteries behave over time. Then we wrote, as you started to learn, the code chemistry agnostic. We didn't want to bet on a specific chemistry, solid state, long duration battery, ultracapacitor. We said, let's write the code that can be deployed into all of these batteries. It took us 5, 6, 7 years longer to make it work, but the smart scientists and engineers at Electra were able to figure out and crack the code on how to make it chemistry agnostic. And then, very excited about, we are leveraging both cloud compute and embedded compute, or edge AI, or physical AI. So Electra was actually the first company in the world to demonstrate a machine learning at the edge on a battery management system hardware that we installed on a vehicle, and I drove personally from Boston to Santa Clara, showcasing great results. I'm gonna show you about that shortly. Which are the impacts? The impacts are outstanding. It's a reduced downtime and predict failure of batteries, extend battery life, enhance safety and reliability, and simplify compliance thanks to our battery passport initiative. So overall, you get maximized revenue out of the batteries and energy storage, and an increased battery return of investment, which is very critical. Again, energy is little, and energy storage is key. When we look at how we leverage this neural network, this advanced battery model and neural network, we power two software solutions, which we call Irho Ai. The left-hand side, you can see our software and cloud solution. It's called the Irho Ai Battery Fleet Analytics. It's a very scalable and powerful AI-driven analytics with some agentic AI included in it. You connect your battery fleet and is able to tell you everything you need to know about your batteries. The state of health, the state of charge, how long the battery will last, any potential failure happening, which is very important. So with this BFA, or battery fleet analytics, you can actually have a full control of your battery assets, whether it's for a humanoid robot, whether it's a fleet of drones for military or other purposes, whether it's a swarm of satellites around Earth. How do we sell this? Our business model is subscription per unit or per kilowatt hour. So we make it very scalable. Our clients perhaps start with a small fleet, and then they expand to a bigger. And thanks to AWS, we have showcased how we can increase by far the deployment of this solution. We stress test this solution to millions of units, which was very excellent to do with the AWS team. The expected contribution margin are very healthy, 75% plus. And it's the way I like to say, it's a brain as a service, or BaaS. In this case, we wrote a SaaS because the majority of the investor and community know and understand SaaS. In reality, ours is a deeper level because we have our own proprietary data and our own model. So we give access to this brain as a service. On the right-hand side, we have the embedded solution. So we spoke about leveraging the cloud, great, but we also want edge AI or physical AI for real-time decision-making, as well as a very accurate and self-optimization of battery performance. We call this Irho Ai 360 adaptive control. We're getting a lot of traction in the market in all the vertical dimension. And this is a big paradigm shift because we are moving from passive control to active and adaptive. All batteries out there are passively controlled. Maybe there is some active balancing, but it's not smart. We are not using AI. We are not using machine learning. What Electra Ai is bringing is a brain for batteries that can be installed at the edge. So we have the cloud solution and the edge solution, which brings your battery at a different level, much higher ROI, much higher performance. How is the business model? We charge per unit, and it's still a very healthy contribution margin, 70%, and is a subscription as well. This brain is backed by, in my opinion, the biggest data set of batteries data in the world. It counts 1.5 billion data points that we took over the last 10 years from all the battery manufacturers there, all the different models. We received those under material transfer agreement or so. We collected data by testing the battery, charge is charge, making some battery to explode or reaching the end of life. So we characterize the data, and this helps us to build large quantitative models. So that are an LLM with a domain knowledge. So very important to have this battery data point processed, which we are very proud and we continue to build. As I pitched to you, Electra Ai, we have battery charging and discharging and collecting data for us, whether in the lab or in the real field. We have 4 million lines of code, 10,000 parameters, which makes this neural network quite light. We are not shooting for the 1 trillion parameter. We are shooting for making it light, making it efficient, which is very important. And then, as you heard, we have 20 patents issues and pending. So how do we differentiate and which are the outcome of this brain for batteries deployed to power a cloud solution, battery fleet analytics, and embedded solution, EVI 360 adaptive control? The outputs are advanced state of health, SOH, state of charge, SOC, and remain useful life, RUL. These are critical information that everybody that deploy battery needs to know. You want to know your health of the battery, the charge of the battery, and how long the battery will last. And with our solution, we have extremely high precision, 97, 98, 99 plus percentage of precision. We also want real-time performance monitoring, AI-driven optimization. We have some agentic AI within our platform that our clients can license and get access to maximize the revenue, maximize the efficiency, maximize the usage of the batteries. We also provide early fault, early failure detection, and potential explosion detection. And then we have a solution for preventive maintenance. So we tell you, if we cannot bypass the failure by our edge solution, we at least tell you if there is any potential problem with batteries. When we look at the application, it's outstanding in my opinion. We have one platform, one brain, one neural network that can power every battery out there of every chemistry in every application. But let's start from the top left. So we have data center, which are critical. Power high density GPUs. Those GPUs need to have power every time. We don't want to have a loss of power. So resilient uptime is critical. If you look at the top right, we have BESS, grid scale energy storage. We are seeing more and more batteries deployed. And with those, we need intelligent software solution for controlling and optimizing, for monetization optimization, to squeeze more energy out of the batteries and extend the battery lifetime. On the bottom left, we have autonomous system, humanoid robots, military drones, aerospace satellites. This is a mission critical, so we need to make sure to guarantee operation with confidence and precision. And last but not least, on the bottom right, we have EV fleet and mobility. So for them, it's very important to reduce the initial cost as well as the operating costs. And Electra Ai help them to do so. Electra has done several case studies and demonstration. We just picked 3 for the sake of time. On the left-hand side, we have an independent study we have done with the Tesla Cybertruck, which we call Electra Beast. I welcome you to look online on YouTube, Electra Beast, and see our performance. But what we have done, Electra was the first company in the world to demonstrate an AI and a machine learning brain for batteries installed at the edge on a vehicle that is available on the market and drive that on public road. I actually drove with my co-pilot Pietro from Boston to Santa Clara, and the results were outstanding. We got 30% extra battery life expected, 20% extra range with a single charge, and 33% less charges than one the Tesla Navigator was recommending us to do. So saving about $1,000. Similar for stationary storage, we've applied our AI brain for BSS operators, increase battery life about 3 years, increase the annual ROI, and increase the overall efficiency of 40%. And last but not least, something we are very excited about is the performance of our state of charge and state of health, less than 1% error in LFP batteries, but also other chemistries, versus the industry standard, which is start from 5 and gets peak of 25 or more. State of power less than 5%, standard is 10 to 15, and prediction of failure up to 3 months in advance. This brain works, and it works extremely well applied to any batteries out there. We are very thankful for some of our customer linked here. We have a couple of OEMs, a couple of tier 1 suppliers, a couple of fleet operators, battery manufacturer, and hardware integrators as well. Very thankful for them. So some of the unique aspect of Electra is that we cover our technology with patents, and we have several covering our fleet analytics, including the ability to make it hardware agnostic, be able to detect failure in advance, and have a system level optimization. So we learn from each other. We learn from each of the batteries connected. For the embedded solution, we have a multi-system energy control, so we can work on different architecture. We have a smart charging algorithm, and very important, we have an adaptive AI BMS, which will be a big transformative way to manage batteries. So these bring a very scalable data moat for a company, as well as a deep integration and high switching costs in case customers are interested to consider solutions. We are quite unique on the market. There are some competitors which we respect, and we've been working alongside on different areas, but most of them are focusing on the analytics aspect and the monitoring. Some are working on the optimization. Electra Ai is the only one doing analytics, control, and active and adaptive BMS. We believe the closest one to us is Tesla, although something unique of Electra is that we are chemistry agnostic. So we work with every chemistry, not the main 2 or 3 that are the most popular on the market, as well as we work on 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, delivery truck, boats, satellites, robotics, BSS, stationary storage data center. Everywhere there is a battery. So we have multi verticals. So why Electra? Because we unlock the full power of batteries. We extend the battery life, we maximize the lifetime and the ROI, and then it's scalable. As I mentioned, some of the unique aspect is hardware agnostic, adaptive, and physics-based plus AI. So we combine physics and AI together. Let's take a look at the financial overview. So Electra has raised $21 million in private rounds, 4 rounds, pre-seed, seed, Series A, and Series B. And then decided to go to the public market to make a statement. We want to be the first company in the world, made in USA, to bring to market AI battery management system solution. And thanks to this, we are raising a pipe, and of course the SPAC proceed will be to consolidate our presence in the BSS, data center, and mobility market, open up to robotics, drones, and aerospace, as we just announced with a space company to power their satellites, and also grow very fast with the targeted merger and acquisition as well as continue to build up on the data. The 1.5 billion, if you follow us, you're gonna see that upcoming and growing. When we license this solution, we license it, we start with the 1 MWh for BSS, or about 1,000 assets for e-mobility and robots and drones. We charge about $3,000 per year. Our licensing is about 3 years or plus, and for embedded, it's about $13K per year, which lasts about 8 years. But then we scale, and the scale contract on average are 100 MWh, sometimes more or less, 50,000 assets, very healthy gross margin between 70 to 75%, and the sales cycle goes between 3 to 6 months for the cloud and 6 to 18 months for the embedded. When we look at the pipeline, it's very strong. We have clients all over the world. We are based in North America, USA, but we have a subsidiary in Italy and strong presence in Asia. We have 5.3 terawatt-hour in our pipeline, which we are very excited to convert. So Electra financial strengths are a recurring and multi-year revenue, be able to lend and expand to our clients with our first initial tests and demonstration and expansion. It's very hard to go back once you try AI and machine learning. It's very hard to go back to lookup tables and static information. Healthy margin, 70 to 75%. No capex. We don't need to invest billions or trillions of dollars in compute. And then we have a very strong and visible pipeline, which we are very excited, whether it's an OEM, tier 1 supplier, system integrator, operators of batteries. Of course, we want to make a statement, but we want to grow fast. So we have a very strong M&A strategy. So we want to expand in the key areas. We want to expand to build up revenue, build up data, build up models, And all started from our solid, large quantitative model that are based on proprietary data that we collect over the years, continue to build upon, scaling up on vertically and horizontally. So we have a strong list of targets, again, for data, model, physical control, data distribution, optimization, and so on. We also targeting to expand from BMS to EMS, the battery modeling, the BMS infrastructure, and also the fleet telematics. So we have a strong pipeline. We have about 15 plus acquisition targets for companies that are interested in joining us to be part of the only made in USA AI BMS company. So if you're interested, please reach out. But we also have some targeted acquisition to do in the first couple of years of going public. Again, showcasing and take the share of the market that we believe we deserve, and thanks to the very advanced product that we are bringing to market. And due to timing, I'll let you review the appendix by yourself. We are very thankful to our investors that help us over the last 8 to 10 years. We have some unique aspect on EIS integration, which I recommend you to take a look, combining EIS with AI, which is very important for safety. And then our go-to-market strategy, you can review. This deck is publicly available as well as we file, after we file the S4 to go public and merge with Iron Horse. Very thankful to the board of directors, excellent expertise, including the Stellantis representation and BlackBerry on the right-hand side, and very strong technical advisor that help us to have the greatest and latest AI technology in the world. So thank you very much for the attention. We are Electra Ai, the most advanced AI brain for battery platform. Check out our website, electrabrain.ai. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Fabrizio. Thank you for spending your time with us. And everybody in the audience, I would like to thank you for spending your time with us today as well. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.